Welcome back to the channel. We're doing our FPL buy, keep, sell, avoid. You know what it is. Let's get into it.
Boom.
Right, first, before we get into it, then, this is how we got on last week. Shazoom.
Yeah, stinker for me.
Not very good for you, Stephen. I had an all right one. I mean, Son, not so much, but the other two,
I wanted to say the Gusto shout was because I thought James was back, and then it turns out he's not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Rest of them stinkers.
This week, sir, who is your buy?
My buy is, if you haven't got this man, you have to get him in. It's Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
He's a main man for me with De Bruyne out, and I think his minutes are going to be great. I was doubtful of them, but I think he's just going to play most games.
He's played every game.
So if you haven't got him, you have to buy him. I bought him this week.
I brought him.
On wildcard, but yeah. So he's my buy for sure.
Like it.
Don't overthink it. Get him in.
Okay, well, my buy for this week is, as they've got very good fixtures coming up, it's Diaby for Villa.
Like it.
Lovely.
Also on my wildcard.
Scoring many goals. I think he got a assist on the weekend. So I foresee lots more coming.
Yeah, he is showing glimpses, but I don't think he's fully clicked into gear yet. I think when he does, I think he can.
I don't think he's found his best position.
No, I think there's a couple of hauls coming, but he's playing so high and stuff. He's
Villa have got a nice little run.
And then, the run's ridiculous. So, yeah, he's definitely a good shout, yeah. I'll be bringing him in.
Thank you very much, sir. Right, go on there, big man. Who's your keep for this week, then?
My keep is someone that I've had from the start.
Love it.
He's only got one goal so far, but he has got a great home fixture against Fulham coming up, so my keep is Eze.
Oh, okay.
Now, I think a lot of people would have lost hope with him and got rid, which is fair enough. I'm on wild card, so I'm keeping him, and then if he doesn't return against Fulham at home, I'll be booting him.
I mean, he nearly got a goal against Villa, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a couple of good chances.
Yeah.
He's still putting up good XG and stuff. I just can't. I've held him this long. I just cannot get rid of him for Fulham at home. So I feel like if you've got him, just give him one more week, and if he doesn't do it, then
it's not a bad shout. I just feel like maybe it's a small clutch at straws, because I just feel like Palace ain't scoring bags of goals.
Well, they're scoring goals. He's just not really good. Edward's scoring goals, and he's got 4.
Yeah, true. But then I think who else is scoring? I think Ezra's only got 1 in it.
Yeah, but
and I can't remember anyone.
He's still putting up good XG, and I think they haven't hard games. I think, and home to Fulham, like, come on, surely they're scoring at least 2 at home to Fulham.
Shout. You see, Leonard keep a clean sheet now.
Yeah, but yeah, like, if you've got him, I feel like you have to give him one more week. And if he does well, guess who he's got the week after?
Who?
United away, and that's points, surely.
Easy pickings, mate.
Exactly.
Right, my keep then is similar to Diaby, plays for the same team, and he hasn't really been firing so much, but again, because of this run, it's only a matter of time, and it is Molly Watkins.
Molly Watkins, yeah.
Molly Watkins.
Yeah, fair. I rate that, yeah. Because he's got a few assists, hasn't he? But has he scored yet this season?
I don't think so.
I think he has now.
But I feel like a lot of people bagged him in early doors and have stuck with him.
Yeah.
And now's the time to stick with him, because he's got to score some goals coming up.
2 weeks ago, if you took him out, fair enough. If you've kept him this long, you've got to keep him now, surely, because that fixture swing in a couple of weeks, and is it 7 or 8? It turns in his qualities.
He had a couple of early opportunities against Palace. Probably should have scored, but it's got to come. It's got to come.
Well, the thing is, you've got Chelsea away this week.
Yeah.
They're going to score a couple there, you'd think. Then you've got Brighton, who, are flying, but they're conceding.
But then after that...
And then after that, it's just brilliant for green fixtures. Mate, so, I feel like you have to keep him. Yeah, big shout. Like it.
Okay.
Like it.
Go on then.
We've never agreed so much on a video.
Yeah. Who's your sell then, sir?
So my sell is, there's only one man for this role today, this job, and that is Jackson.
Okay.
He is pony.
Yeah.
Honestly, game week 3, I had the toss-up between Jackson and Alvarez, and I went for Jackson. And it literally has killed me. It's like about a 25-point swing.
Oh. Bernie's just scored.
Yeah, no, there goes my Turner clean sheet. So it's killed me. But he hit the post, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he's getting good XG, he's getting good chances, but he's just not.
See, the problem is Chelsea are creating so many opportunities, they just can't find the back of the net. And when their main target man is Jackson, and if he's not firing, Chelsea has been a rut in a minute. And that's swiftly a nice little segue onto my sell.
Go on him.
And it's got to be Sterling, mate. Got to suck it into it. I mean, he was probably their best player at the time. He was doing bits. For the game before, I think he was smashing it. Then he went and got a brace.
I think he looked good again forward, didn't he? And then Luton got the 2 returns.
Yeah.
And everyone just got sucked in. Looking back now, it was against Luton.
Yeah, a bit of an amateur call, to be fair.
We all got sucked in. But I got sucked into Jackson for the same reason. So
yeah, but Jackson's slightly different in the sense that there's not handfuls of strikers that you can be fighting over. There's probably about 5 or 6, you'd argue, that need to be in there. Whereas midfield,
there was loads of them.
There's so many midfielders, and for 7.1, I think he is. easily swappable.
Well, some people are on Chelsea triple up, mate. Like, luckily,
I mean, I've got 3 Chelsea.
I'm on wildcard this week.
I had 3 Chelsea.
I'm getting rid of Chilwell. That was up in the air, and Jackson.
Yeah.
But they just don't look. I'm sure it will improve, but they just don't look like players I want to own at the moment. There's too many question marks. They're just not. They're making chances, but they're not scoring goals. So
exactly,
it may change, but yeah, not for me.
Right, go on then. Kick me off. Then who's your avoid?
My avoid this week. Who's my avoid this week?
Forgot it already.
Go on. Who's your avoid?
My avoid is James Ward-Prowse. I know it's an interesting pick because he is doing very well at the minute. What's he got? 2 goals, 3 assists. I mean, he's on fire, but West Ham's just got a little bit of tricky fixtures.
Yeah, no, I rate this from you. I didn't see this coming from you. To be fair, I thought you'd be all over it. But
I was thinking about getting him in, and I was like, hang on a minute, them fixtures are tricky. But it's difficult because he's that sort of player. We could readdress this in 4 weeks' time, and he'd be like, he's on 4 goals and 7 assists. Because the way they play, he will naturally
on
create
the flip side, though, I feel like it's a good shout because if you're going for him now, you've missed points every week. You really are points chasing. Is he going to keep it up every week? If we're going to sit here 12 weeks in where James Maddison's returned every single week.
James
Ward-Prowse has returned every single week.
Well, after this shout,
unlikely. We could look stupid, but highly unlikely. So
I can't. Well, like I said, with that tough run, he's got a tough fixtures.
What is the run coming up? Because it's quite.
I think it's 4 out of the traditional top 6 in the next 6. I think.
So they got Liverpool away.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is the best way. This is the best way to look at it.
Sheffield at home, that's good. I thought it was the quickest, but Newcastle at home, Villa away, Everton at home.
So a couple. So he's got Sheffield and Everton in the mix, but Newcastle, Villa, Liverpool, and who was that last one? Brentford. Tough games, but
it's talking way out of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought they were harder than that. To be fair.
Yeah, so no, I thought City and Arsenal were in that run, but apparently not.
To be fair, he's not traditionally an FPL player because he's not. He gets a few assists from goals from set pieces.
Quote unquote defensive midfielder, isn't he?
How many? He doesn't usually get goals and assists from open play, so it probably won't carry on. But we could look stupid. You could look stupid.
Yeah, I could look stupid, but I'll take it on the chin.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
cool.
Ready. But there you go, guys.
My avoid.
Oh yeah, you forgot. Right, go on. Who's your avoid, sir?
My avoid is not because it's a bad shout. So it's Romero from
who?
Romero. What's his name? Romero from Spurs. Not because it's bad to get a Spurs player in, a Spurs defender, but because there's a better option out there. I don't understand why you would go for him over Udogie unless you want to double up. I'm not sure you want Spurs to double up in defence.
Well, you'd argue.
Can you tell me?
Well, Romero's scored 2 goals this season.
2 goals in the league, is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was only 1.
No.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. That's not carrying on. That's why he's on my avoid.
Do you know what?
Udogie gets more points.
Do you know what? The funny thing about Romero as well, last season you'd bank him every other week, or if not every week, to get a yellow card. He's only made 1 foul this season.
Wow. First.
So
he's not keeping out though. He's a centre back.
No, I agree with what you're saying. Udogie across the season, he's going to get more assists, and he probably will chip in with a few goals as well. But Romero feels like he's a bit of the target man from set pieces at the minute. Yeah. So
I don't reckon he's going to do.
I mean, to be fair, you could easily just make the argument that you got Liverpool, Arsenal. If you want to get him in, hold back, hold fire for the next 2 weeks because it's going to be tough games, and I doubt we're going to keep clean sheets in both of them. If we do, I'd be very surprised.
Centre backs, so it doesn't really matter on your fixtures, does it? Because you're like, if they're attacking centre backs, they're going to get goals and get them against anyone.
Yeah, but you're banking on the odd clean sheet getting chucked in the mix as well. And obviously, again, with them 2 games coming up, I doubt that we're going to keep a clean sheet. Either of them, let alone both.
So exactly, you'd go for the more attacking.
So you could just say avoid Spurs defenders for a couple of weeks. But yeah, Romero's fair enough. I'll take that.
I like Udogie. I think
Udogi's bang. And he's cheap.
You can get an assist like in a game. You concede a couple. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't be surprised if you got an assist against
Arsenal. And he's
Arsenal.
probably more likely to get bonus points as well.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'll take that, mate. I like it. Or you could even chuck Porro into the mix because he's been doing bits as well.
Yeah,
a few assists. Hasn't really scored yet, but I think. Now he's starting over Emerson. He'd probably be not far behind.
I'd always just take a fullback over a centre back.
Yeah, because he might
scores a lot. So that's why he's an avoid for me.
Yeah, no, I take that. I like it. Well, let us know in the comments, guys. Who are your picks for this week? Obviously, we're all here to help each other out and do as good as we can. Or something like that, or is it competitive? It's competitive.
No, I'm people out, mate, but I'm just thinking after my stinker of a week.
Yeah, you better shite him, mate.
But you haven't had much better.
I'm still ahead of you, so we'll leave it there. But thanks for watching, guys. You know what to do. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we shall see you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.